All praises to a higher and a higher alone. For he alone is our master, he alone is our savior, he alone is our redeemer, he alone is our king. Yada Haya. This is Brother Holly with the second Spirit of Truth broadcast here on the High House channel, as well as the House of a High channel on this set apart Sabbath day. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to a high and a high alone. For he is our Redeemer, our Savior, our Master, our King. He alone is Allah Shaddai, the one who provides everything to his people, the children of Jacob, the 12 tribes scattered throughout the world. We and we alone are his people, and he alone is our most high power. All praises. We'll be reading again from the book of Jubilees, special edition, English Hebrew version. And we're going right back to Jubilees chapter 2. And we're going to pick up where we kind of left off in the first broadcast. But we're changing the theme a little bit. We're seeing something here in the account of the creation that is not found in the book of Genesis. We already seen in the Jubilees account of the creation that every spirit, the spirits of the angels, as well as the spirits of all mankind that ever will be, was created on the first day of creation. All spirits were created on the first day. And we see from the Jubilees account of the creation of man that the Most High just made man and woman on that day, on the sixth day. He didn't make woman later. He made man and woman, and he only gave dominion to man over everything. Like I said in the first broadcast, ladies, please, 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 I'm begging you, don't get in your feelings. Every man on the earth who ever had a woman, ever had a wife, knows the value of her. It's the most treasured person in our lives. Ladies, I hope y'all know that. Every man knows when I say your woman, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Every man has that one woman that's his woman. That's how he think of her. And whoever that woman is to that man, that man could have, like Brother Holly, could have multiple wives. But there's one of my wives that I consider my woman. She knows who she is. I ain't saying, but you know who you are. You're my favorite and you know it. So, suffice it to say, I won't start no fights, all right, ladies, so calm down. Wives of mine, calm down. If you're watching this broadcast, calm down. I love you all. I always will love you all. But one of y'all is my favorite. And you know who you are. Anyway. Anyway, like I said, I won't start no fights. But anyway. But we're going back to Jubilees chapter 2. To look at what else the Most High said after he was done creating and after he set apart the Sabbath day, which we're enjoying today, as a perpetual covenant for all time, for all the children of Jacob. And I say it that way because that's how it's rendered here. You don't get that from Genesis chapter 2, from Genesis chapter 1. You don't get that. You don't get that the Sabbath is just for you, child of Jacob. Now you read that in Exodus, you read that again in Deuteronomy, get a little smidgen of that in Leviticus. But here in Jubilees chapter 2, when it's talking about the creation of all things, to include man and all humans, the spirits of all humans, it talks about that the Most High, at that time, on the seventh day, had in his mind who his people were going to be, then called us by name, said that we would be his set-apart people, and we would be the only people required to keep, with the angels of heaven, to keep the Sabbath day set apart or holy. All praises. Again, Book of Jubilees, special edition. Let's go. Jubilees chapter 2. And let's pick it up at verse 17. Or verse 16. Jubilees 2:16. And he finished all of his work, speaking of Ahai, on the sixth day. all that is in the heavens and on the earth and in the seas and in the abysses and in the light and in the darkness and in everything will you highlight. And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath day, that we should work 6 days, but keep Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. Will you highlight? So, we're to keep the Sabbath day today, which is the seventh day of the week. We're to keep this day every week, holy or set apart from all work. If you're working on the Sabbath day, stop it. Stop it today. Because we're going to find out in a moment why it's so important to set this day apart. If you are a descendant of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you have the seed of Jacob, we're going to read it in a moment who this is for. But listen to me right now. If you are the seed of Jacob, stop what you're doing. Even if you think that you may be, stop what you're doing right now. If you're working on the Sabbath day, get all your work done for 6 days. You can work all you want on Sunday. You can work all you want on Wednesday. You can work all you want on so-called Friday until sundown. That's when the Sabbath begins. And the Sabbath ends sundown today. After sundown today, which is the seventh day, you can resume your work. You can do your homework, your housework, whatever work you got. You can do the night shift at the Piggly Wiggly if that's where you work. You can't do it right now because this is the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. All praises. I'll read it again. Jubilees chapter 2, verse 17. And he gave us a great sign, the Sabbath day, that we should work 6 days, but keep Sabbath on the seventh day from all work. And all the angels of the presence, and all the angels of sanctification, these two great classes, he has bidden us to keep the Sabbath with him in heaven and on the earth. Will you highlight? So all the angels, both the angels of presence and the angels of sanctification, they are required with mankind, with the high, to keep the Sabbath day. All praises. You don't get this in Genesis. You don't get no mention of angels in Genesis. None whatsoever. But here in Jubilees chapter 2, you realize that the angels were created on the first day, along with all the spirits of all mankind. My spirit, your spirit, all of our spirits were created that day. And we're going to read here in a moment that the Most High, on that day, on the seventh day of the first week, is when he determined who his chosen people would be. Let's read it. I read it, verse 18 again, Jubilees 2:18. And all the angels of the presence and all the angels of sanctification, these two great classes, he has bidden us to keep the Sabbath with him in heaven and on earth. And he said to us, speaking to the angels, behold, I will, and he said to us, now, this is an angel talking to Moses, and this angel is talking about what was said to the angels in the beginning, in the creation. After they were created on the first day, now we're on the seventh day, and Ahiah is speaking to the angels. What is Ahiah saying to the angels on the seventh day, the first Sabbath? This is Jubilees chapter 2, verse 19. And he said to us, behold, I will separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples, and these shall keep the Sabbath day, and I shall sanctify them unto myself as my people, and shall bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath day, and do sanctify it unto myself, even so shall I bless them. And they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim. Will you highlight? Now, here Ahiah, alone, speaking to the angels, both classes, the angels of sanctification as well as the angels of presence, speaking to both classes of angels, said, I'm going to make myself a people. it's already said they made all the spirits of all mankind on the first day. But he's going to look into those spirits of mankind and pick him out a people from all the people. And he's going to set those people apart to keep the Sabbath. So it is not for any of these heathens to pick up this book and read it and say, oh, let me keep the Sabbath. Well, you're not of his people. If you're not the seed of Jacob, we're going to read in a moment. It ain't for you to do. So if you want to go fishing, hunting, lying, stealing, whatever you want to do, work, whatever you want to do, you ain't got no Sabbath to keep. You are, as I used to say when I was a Hebrew Christianite, you are nothing but a piece of coal in the Most High's barbecue pit. That's the only thing you were created for, to be destroyed. He will have mercy on whom he have mercy, on whom he will, he destroys. He picked you out from the beginning. Your spirit was created on that same first day. He said, these I'm going to destroy them, but these over here I'm going to keep. These over here I'm going to save. These over here I'm going to destroy. These over here I'm going to save. I'm going to save Jacob's kids. The rest of them, they got to go. Jacob's kids are required to be set apart with me, to keep the Sabbath. It's natural for me and you, child, to keep the Sabbath. If you're a person that look like me, listen up. You're a person that look like me. It's in the Western Hemisphere. That descendants came here in the belly of cargo slave ships in accordance with Deuteronomy chapter 28. If the curses found in the law have been pretty much a description of how your life has been and the life of your ancestors here in this wilderness of sin, we call North America or the United States, then you're a descendant of the tribes of Jacob. So I'm speaking to you about something for you to do here in our captive state. We can do this. I'm doing it right now. I'm keeping the Sabbath day. Part of me keeping the Sabbath day is A, not working, and B, talking to you about keeping the Sabbath day. All praises. I'll read it again. Jubilees chapter 2, verse 19. And he said unto us, speaking of high, speaking to the angels, behold, I shall separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples. So, did he separate everybody? No. He separated a segment of humanity from all humanity. I'll just take this little piece over here. I'll take this little piece. I don't want the whole cake. Don't need the whole. I just have a slice. I don't need the whole pizza, just a slice. I don't need the whole apple, just a slice. Don't want the whole apple. Have no need of the whole apple. Just give me a slice. We're a slice, child. That's all. But we're the sanctified slice. I'll read it. Wow. Jubilees chapter 2, verse 19. And he said unto us, behold, I shall separate unto myself a people from among all the peoples, and these shall keep the Sabbath day, and I shall sanctify them unto myself as my people, and shall bless them as I have sanctified the Sabbath day, and do sanctify it unto myself, even so shall I bless them, and they shall be my people, and I shall be their Elohim. Verse 20. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son. Will you highlight? Who's the firstborn son? According to Jubilees chapter 2, verse 20, it's Jacob. That's also the firstborn son, according to Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. He didn't say, let my people go. He said, let my firstborn son go. Wow. Jacob. Let Jacob go. See, that movie messed you up. That movie with Charlton Heston. The Ten Commandments, it messed you up. It messed you all up. Sure did. Let my people go. He said that. Not initially. He said, let Jacob go. Let my firstborn son go. Read Exodus chapter 4. Wow. I'll read it again. Jubilees chapter 2, verse 20. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from amongst all that I have seen. This is the Most High talking on the day, talking on the first Sabbath day after the creation of all things, both in heaven and earth. The first Sabbath. This is his message. On the first Sabbath, his message to the angels and to all those spirits of all the peoples, because they were created on the first day. His message to all the spirits was a simple one. I have chosen Jacob. I have chosen the seed of Jacob to be my people. Jacob should be my firstborn son. Preach! This is Jubilees chapter 2, verse 20 again. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever. This ain't something that, we'll see, brother Holly. That was then, see, but later on, see, he replaced Jacob with the church, see. He said he sanctified me, separated me forever. So you can miss me with that replacement theology. Just take that trash and throw it out. Trash don't need to be brought into the house. This is a house. We take trash out. The trash got to go out. And replacement theology is trash. So trash got to go. So don't bring it. I read verse 20 again. So it's so prevalent. I just have to keep reading it. Read it burn it into your conscience. Burn it into your thinking. Burn it into your mind. This is burn it into your heart. This is Jubilees chapter 2, verse 20. And I have chosen the seed of Jacob from among all that I have seen, and have written him down as my firstborn son, and have sanctified him unto myself forever. And I shall teach them the Sabbath day, so that they may rest thereupon from all work. So he separated the seed of Jacob, the children of Jacob, the people that descend from Jacob, the 12 tribes scattered worldwide, to rest on the Sabbath day. Go figure. What do we do on the Sabbath day, children? We rest. Go figure. This has been said to us, about us, from the beginning. From the first Sabbath till this one. This has always been the rule. We have always been his people from the first Sabbath on till today. We will always be his people. Not only today, but for eternity. We're the only people he got, and he's the only Alahaya we got. Wow. Verse 21, this is Jubilees 2:21. And he made a sign therewith, in accordance with which they should rest with us on the seventh day, to eat and to drink and to bless the Creator of all things, as he has blessed the nation that he chose from all nations. Again and again and again. All these nations, or nationalities, for lack of a better term, all these different nationalities on there, he created them all. He ain't choose but one. He created them all, but he chose one. The rest, kindle, charcoal, carbon-based units, charcoal for his eternal flame, for his barbecue pit. Read verse 21 again. And he made, this is Jubilees 2:21, and he made a sign therein in accordance with which they should rest with us on the seventh day. These are the angels talking. To eat and to drink and to bless the Creator of all things, as he has blessed the nation that he chose from all nations, and he sanctified them unto himself, that they should keep the Sabbath together with us. Who's the us? The angels of presence and the angels of sanctification. Those two great classes of angels. And he prepared this account before him to ascend as a sweet savor that shall be a delight before him all the days. So this is like a sacrifice. This account is like a sacrifice that burns before high all the time. It's always a sweet savor that he made the Sabbath day. Every Sabbath that come around, it's like a sacrifice of the Most High about what he did. What he did, not just for himself that he rested. No, not that he told all mankind to rest. No, he didn't tell all mankind to rest on the Sabbath day. He set the Sabbath day apart for the children of Jacob to rest. He chose us on the first Sabbath day. That when we came along in the annals of time, we came along. When Jacob was born, that was the beginning of his people. When Jacob was born. Not when Esau was born. Not when Isaac was born. Not when Abraham was born. He didn't have no people until Jacob was born. From Jacob on for his people. And he called, by name called him from the beginning. Wow. He has separated us unto himself from the beginning, from the foundation of the earth, from the founding moments of this existence. Wow. Jubilees 2:22, and he prepared this account before him to ascend as a sweet savor that shall be a delight before him all the days. There were 22 heads of mankind from Adam unto Jacob. Like I said, it began at Jacob. And 22 kinds of work were made until the seventh day. And it is blessed and holy, a Kodashia. And this one shall also be equally blessed and sanctified to be set up to be a set apart blessing, speaking of the Sabbath day. And the cherubim and saints were given unto him to be a continual testimony. And the former commandment when he sanctified the Sabbath day and blessed it on the seventh day. So the saints, which are the children of Jacob, as well as the cherubim, which is both classes of the angels. The angels of presence and the angels of sanctification. All these are to testify to what the Most High done on that first Sabbath day. We're reading that testimony now. Oh, praises. Jubilees 2:25. And he created the heavens and the earth and everything that he created in 6 days. And Yahweh appointed a Kodashia feast day for all of his works. Therefore, he commanded concerning it that anyone who does any manner of work thereupon shall die, and anyone who defiles it shall surely die. And you command the children of Yashar'Allah to observe this day, to sanctify it, that they shall not do therewith any manner of work in it, and they shall not defile it, for this day is more holy than other days. And anyone who profanes, this is Jubilees 2:27, and anyone who profanes this day shall surely die. And anyone who does any manner of work in it shall surely die forever. So that the children of Yashar'Allah may observe this day throughout their generations. Oh, give me a full. When it says anyone, it's qualifying who the anyone is. The children of Yashar'Allah. Yashar'Allah is Jacob and Jacob is Yashar'Allah. It says Yashar'Allah here. That's why I read it like that. But it's the same person. Yashar'Allah is Jacob and Jacob is Yashar'Allah. Okay? I know you're trying. You're trying real hard. Especially if you're a Hebrew Christianite. If you snuck in here, a Hebrew Christianite, who's trying to save everybody, but you'll justify everyone saying universal salvation guy. Your JESUS. That's justify everyone saying universal salvation. That's what he's all about. You trying to find an angle to put everybody in this. You're trying to find an angle to put everybody under the covenant. You're trying to find an angle to do these things. But when you read these things as they are written, it ain't talking about everybody. Let's read it again. That's why context is so important. That's why we read these things and we read the verse after and the verse after and the verse after to maintain the context. Because people are quick to take things and lift them out of context. And so, see, says anyone. That's anybody. Anyone is anybody. Not in the context. In the context, anyone is of the seed of Jacob. That's the context. So I ain't making no side deals with you. I ain't pulling no punches, making no side deals. This is straight no chaser. Every Sabbath day. As I've said before and I'll say it again, these rebukes that you will hear on this channel are free of charge. I will never charge you a dime. Ever. For these rebukes. Ever. Jubilees 2:27 again. And anyone who profanes this day shall surely die. Listen up, child of Jacob. Those of you who've been given the Sabbath to keep. Listen up. If you follow the Sabbath, if you work when you should be resting, Most High going to require it of you. He's going to require your life. Oh, side note, child. We're at 26 minutes. Thank you for your patience. A little side note. I heard this week that just passed, that's passing, this is the last day of the week. I heard this week that someone in Louisiana, like 6 or 7 people, half a dozen people in Louisiana have died because they were eating raw oysters that had that flesh-eating bacteria. Give me a fool. Now, if they had been Torah compliant to knock only Hebrews, they wouldn't have died. Because if they were Torah compliant, they wouldn't have been eating shellfish. They would only eat things out of rivers and the seas and the oceans that have fins and scales. Oysters have neither. You don't eat the oysters, you don't consume the flesh-eating bacteria. It doesn't eat you alive till you die. But if you're a heathen, you ain't got no laws. Or if you're a disobedient Hebrew who has laws but chooses not to follow the New Testament that says every creature is good, nothing to be refused. If you're following that foolishness, if you're following the lies of the apostate Paul, then you would have ate that flesh-eating bacteria, believing if you just pray over it, it'll be fine. You would have ate that flesh-eating bacteria and those raw oysters, and you'll be amongst the corpses today. That's why Torah is life and health to all your flesh. Oh, praise. Like I said, it's aside. Back to the book. Jubilees chapter 2, verse 27. And anyone who profanes this day shall surely die, and anyone who does any manner of work in it shall surely die forever. So you're going to be cut off. You ain't going, you're out the kingdom. You're getting booed out the kingdom. This is how serious it is to do work on the Sabbath. Okay? Make no mistake about it. In the book of Numbers, a man lost his life for picking up sticks on the Sabbath. That's why we wear fringes, to remind us not to do that. That all came through a Sabbath day violation that cost somebody their life. The reason we wear fringes today is because someone was stupid enough, some Hebrew was of the tribes of Jacob was stupid enough to work on the Sabbath. To pick up sticks, simple stuff. He wasn't like, hustling down at the barbecue pit. No, he just picking up sticks. Shouldn't have done it. Cost him his life. Wow. Jubilees 2:27 again from the top. Anyone who profanes this day shall surely die. Anyone who does any manner of work in it shall surely die forever, so that the children of Yasha'Allah may observe this day throughout their generations and not be cut off from the land, for it is a holy day and a blessed day. Verse 28, Jubilees 2:28. And everyone who observes it and rests thereon from all his work shall be holy, and he shall be blessed throughout all days like unto us. You'll be blessed like the angels in heaven are blessed. You'll be blessed like the angels in the earth are blessed. You'll be blessed. You'll be set apart and holy if you just keep the Sabbath holy. If you just don't work on the Sabbath day. How hard is it not to do something? I mean, it can't get much easier than that. There's no work required. Don't let the Constantine Christian and the Hebrew Christianites who don't keep the Sabbath, some of them don't. They're Hebrew Christianites, but they don't keep the Sabbath. Don't let them convince you that, keeping the Sabbath is work-based salvation. How is it work-based salvation and you're told not to work? I'll read it again. Jubilees 2:28. Thank you for your patience. We're at 31 minutes. And everyone who observes it and rests thereupon from all his work shall be Quadashia, and he shall be blessed throughout all his days like unto us. Declare and say to the children of Yasha'Allah, the custom of this day is that they should rest thereon, and they shall not forsake it in the error of their hearts, and they shall not do any manner of work thereon, and they shall not be seen doing their own pleasure in it, that they should not prepare thereupon anything to be eaten or drunk, and they shall not draw water or bring it in or take it out thereupon any burden through their gates, which was not prepared for themselves on the 6th day in their houses. Keep the preparation day the preparation day. Prepare what you're going to eat, prepare what you're going to drink, get everything, if you're going to have coffee, get your coffee stuff on the 6th day. Don't be going to the store to get coffee stuff because you didn't get it on the prep day. If you didn't get it on the prep day, you ain't got it on the prep day, you just ain't going to have it on the Sabbath. You're just going to have to live without it. Sorry. That's doing your own pleasure. And it's good that you go without it one Sabbath. Because it ain't wrong for you to have coffee. You just can't prepare it. Go get it on the Sabbath. You just got to go get it on Friday, on the prep day, which we call Friday, and have it ready for the Sabbath. That's all. Jubilees 2:30. And they shall not bring in or take out from house to house on that day. For that day is more holy and blessed than any Jubilee day of the Jubilees. In it we rest in the heavens before it was made known to any flesh to rest thereupon on the earth. Because this is being talked about on the original 7th day of the creation of all things. The children of Jacob were thousands of years later, but they were being talked about on that day, the first Sabbath. He said, I'm going to set my people, I'm going to set them apart. I'm going to be the children of Jacob, the seed of Jacob. I'm setting them apart. I want them to rest with me, rest with the angels, rest with me. I'm sanctifying them unto myself, and I'm sanctifying them unto this day. Of all nations. I ain't sanctifying other nations, just them. Jubilees 2:31, and the creator of all things blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to rest thereon. Listen up! For all you trying to, replacement theologists out there. So you Sabbath for everybody. Jubilees 2:31 just crushes your replacement theology. And the creator of all things, this is Jubilees chapter 2, verse 31. And the creator of all things blessed it, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to rest thereon, but Yasha'Allah alone. To him alone he gave to eat and to drink and to rest thereupon on the earth. So if your nation on the earth, that will be all nations that we know about in humanity. Unless you are of the seed of Jacob, unless you are of the 12 tribes of Yasha'Allah, the Sabbath ain't for you. ain't no rest for you. Wow, ain't no rest for you. Okay, you're not to rest on that. This is for us. This ain't for you. It's for us. Us alone. So, child of Jacob, this is something that sets you apart from everybody else. All praises. So enjoy your rest. I'll read it again. Jubilees 2:31, and the creator of all things blessed it, speaking of the Sabbath day, but he did not sanctify all peoples and nations to rest thereon, but Yasha Allah alone. To him alone he gave to eat and to drink and to rest thereupon on the earth. And the creator of all things blessed this day, which he had created for blessing, and to sanctify it to the praise and to praise it above all days. This law, this Torah and testimony was given to the children of Yasha Allah as a statute forever unto their generations. Close the book. We just read from Jubilees chapter 2, the very first Sabbath day message. What was that message, child? I'm creating a people from the seed of Jacob. They're going to be my people. I'm going to be their Allahiyah. I'm creating the Sabbath day for them to rest upon. No other nation gets to rest with them. No other nation gets to be chosen with them. No other nation gets to be my people except them. I'm setting them apart. They're my people. I'm their Allahiyah. Close the book. All praises to the Most High Ahiyah, who is, was, and is to come, the Almighty One. He's our Savior. He's our Master, our Redeemer, and our King. Yada. Hiya.